I mean, what's there to
Iconic.
say? There's probably the most famous dog in a movie around, up there with Lassie and Rin-Tin-Tin. That's a first-round draft pick.
We're gonna do a choose your squad theme to Good Boy. We're gonna put some famous cinema dogs, for the most part, on board. And the goal is, let's say there is a Good Boy 2. And you could pick anybody from this list to, basically pull a Ghostbusters with Indy.
I mean, I feel like you need Snoop's intelligence for sure.
For Anatomy of a Fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be two different kinds of dog performance. I think Messi's better trained than Indy, and I think that might be a benefit for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We've thought about what's the Messi Indy team-up movie. Yeah. We don't have anything we want to say just yet, but we'd love to take the meeting.
Aspirational, for sure.
Yeah. I feel like, how can you turn down Rin-Tin-Tin?
Yeah.
Rin-Tin-Tin's amazing. It's hard to deny he's probably the greatest dog actor. He changed people's relationship with dogs. There's a great book that talks about how, in America, most dogs live, outside until, Rin-Tin-Tin came around, and the idea of an inside dog, and Rin-Tin-Tin's an actual war hero, fought in World War I, introduced German Shepherds to the wider world. Yeah, it's hard to compete with Rin-Tin-Tin.
I'm learning an insane amount about dogs. This is exciting.
This is great, because I know more about dog actors than I probably need to. Rin-Tin-Tin's gonna be able to do a lot. He's actually seen war, so that would
Seen those mid-distance
Seen
stares.
something.
Exactly, yeah. He would be very helpful.
I mean,
I want to remove redundancies is the thing. I don't know if we need E-Buzz, if we have Indy, because Indy has seen ghosts so covered.
it's true.
E-Buzz in some ways started this all. So Poltergeist was in many ways the kind of kernel of the idea. The film Poltergeist opens with E-Buzz exploring the house, clearly clued into the haunting before the humans have picked it up, and that's what caused me to first write something in a journal of entire haunted house movie from dog point of view. So yeah, I mean, that's the grandfather of this idea.
It really heightens it too, because what really struck me was the whole thing with haunted house movies is normally there's a kid and no one believes the kid, but the kid can say, there are ghosts.
Yes.
In Good Boy, this poor dog can't be like, hello, your sister's right, weird stuff is happening.
Not to get literary, but it's kind of a great version of dramatic irony. The audience is it's not exactly ahead of Indy, but they understand things he doesn't, which is great because that also means it comes across as natural in a way that a lot of bad decision making in horror films feels phony. Why would the babysitter go down there? But that's exactly what a dog would do. That was a strange noise inside of a house. That's that's what a dog would do.
Not to run down the stairs and check that out.
Totally.
Airbud knows how to use tools.
Yeah, we like to say that Jed from The Thing is, Daniel Day-Lewis of dogs, and that Airbud is the Tom Cruise, it's a sport, he's an athlete.
Right.
So
He wants you to see him get those jumps in.
I mean, what's there to
Iconic.
say? There's probably the most famous dog in a movie around, up there with Lassie and Rin-Tin-Tin. I mean, that's a first round draft pick. I think if we're gonna have a golden retriever, we should go with Airbud.
Yeah. I mean, there needs to be a golden out there just for Indy's preferences, for sure.
Every hero needs a man in the chair.
Yes.
And I think Bruiser could be that. He's been in a lot of law rooms.
Right, he's practically a lawyer.
Yeah, I feel like it's obvious what Rin-Tin-Tin and Snoop are bringing to the picture, and Bruiser would be easy to underestimate. And we don't know exactly what that's gonna look like.
Also,
but
he's got those looks. It can be the Brad Pitt element of it all. And
yeah, totally.
Going into spaces and disarming people, and it's turned into a caper. I don't know if that's where we're going.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going along those lines, I think, someone who played for the other team having Zero, come in, just there is a ghost.
Slimer.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh, for sure. How could we not have a Slimer? Oh, that should have been the first answer. All right, so we have Rin-Tin-Tin, Zero, Bruiser, Airbud, and Snoop. That's the team? That's five?
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I feel like leaving Krypto on the board is wrong.
It might also be a little unfair to include a literally superpowered.
Yeah, superpowered dog.
But he's such a hero this year, we couldn't ignore it.
Of course, yeah.
Also, this guy brings a fair bit of chaos on his own. So.
Yes, indeed. He'll be the maverick
I
of
do
the
truly
bunch.
love that, while other married couples were we're gonna learn how to make starter dough, you guys are we're just gonna slowly make an incredible horror movie.
I actually am not a horror movie person myself.
Really?
Yes, and not a filmmaker by training, not a horror movie person. Yes, inherently it's a horror movie. yes, at least we've been told it's scary. It's a little hard to know if your movie's
It's hard to know if your own movie's actually scary.
or as you experienced. But it's also a love story at its heart, too. And really about that relationship between, a person and their dog and how much they love each other. And I think that a lot of people really connect with that.
I should never have come here.